Hello everyone, let's do some drawing. It's been a while, but I wanted to do a little video about drawing quickly and the advantages of it. So, we've got this little witch lady that needs, this bit's not finished, don't look at that bit. But, as you can see there, they've got one little effigy. So I thought she needed another. So, we're going to do this nice and quick and talk about the advantages of drawing quickly. Right, let's go. So I was thinking about this, and I draw quickly quite often, and it's, well, one, it's nice practice, and two, it's really good to keep you involved in the art. And I think if you draw nice and quickly, it stops your mind wandering as much, because I don't know about you, but my mind wanders all over the joint when I draw sometimes, and it can be quite distracting. So I thought, actually, when I'm drawing quickly, it can be really useful in actually just getting the idea and the image out there nice and fast. And then, actually there's a little bit of wobble on the camera, isn't there? Hang on, let me pause this. Doodaloo, 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 doodaloo. Right, I think that should be better. Yeah, so, where was I? Oh dear, I've lost my train of thought already. Well, as I try to remember what I was going to say, I will do our little introduction. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you're an old friend of the channel, welcome back. It's good to see you. And I hope you're all doing really well, and apologies I haven't done any videos for a little while. I've been busy pottering around and procrastinating. But today seemed like a good time to do some drawing. So I'll try and get back onto a bit of a schedule in the next week or so, but until then, I'll just do a few little drawings here and there, if we can. So yes, drawing quickly. I'm sure I just went through this, but when you're drawing quickly, less time to think about other stuff. It puts you in a bit of a race against time in a strange way, and which is kind of an odd thing to do, because you kind of want to dedicate yourself to a good drawing every now and again. But if you feel like you're a little bit loosey-goosey, spacey-wacy, and you're struggling to kind of keep to the drawing, if you draw quickly, you don't give yourself a chance to sort of think about other things, and you can just kind of flow with it and draw nice and quick, and you still get exactly what you want out. Granted, it won't be as maybe detailed or accurate as if you were doing very slow process sort of drawing. I don't know, maybe, I don't really know. But yeah, this is just something that I've always sort of done when I just need to get something made, and if I'm struggling to sort of sit with the ideal thought, or if I've had too much coffee and my brain is running away from me, this is what I'll do to sort of bring it back. So I've got a little bit of a sketch here, but granted, a lot of it I'm just going to make it up on the way, because this is such a detailed, large image. I don't think it really matters too much if it's a little bit sketchy and more sort of my sketchy style than the other styles that I do on the channel. And plus, it's way more fun, So here we're going to do a bit of rope, because this witch is going to be holding this little effigy up, and this is from another game that we haven't really talked about very much on the channel, but it's kind of like chess. It's a weird one, but it's good. I think so anyway. Well, I have to say that because I'm biased. But yeah, we're gonna get these images done as soon as possible, and we'll do a little Kickstarter or something. Even though I have mixed feelings about Kickstarter, because if you're a developer you're having someone else manufacture, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So have to sort of put a bit more time and effort into finding good manufacturers that, you know, have a good track record and all that malarkey before going anywhere or doing anything. So yeah, we'll get this going. And yes, we have lots of little things we need to be doing. We need to be getting the other game sorted, as well as get the book out. And we've got about 100 pages left to edit on the book, because even now, going over that book, you know, time and time again, it's strange because I see problems with it. No, not really problems, but things I'm not quite happy with. So editing has taken some time, but fear not, we're getting there, just slowly. And we need a little horn, so I think it'll be like more like an antler sort of thing. So yeah, nice and quick. Don't want to worry about it too much. It just needs to have that lovely shape, because the you won't be able to see the art anyway in the actual game. I know it sounds awful, doesn't it? But I suppose the art's more for just the raw book, and when you're using the little meeply things as your pieces, you kind of have that sort of imaginal reference to what the character you're actually playing with. And we're doing it that way because, you know, it's got 12 miniatures. Well, it's got 12 characters that you choose from. And like I said, it's kind of like chess. So if you're going to do, you know, miniatures, the old, lovely, high detail ones, the cost of production goes up catastrophically. So I thought it'd be better if we thought of another way of doing it rather than that, because I want it to be able to be a game that everyone could play. Anyway, I'm rambling about. It's meant to be speed drawing. So yeah, speed draw quick, and then you get a lot more ideas out on the page. It feels less, I'm not sure what the word I'm thinking of. It's not quite stressful, but you know, I'm not sure. Oh, this is a good video, isn't it? Maybe I should start writing scripts or something. Yeah. Yeah, lots of little details, and then little horn, and then I think I was thinking of like hair up here, but I'm not sure if hair will look weird, but we'll see what we get. And apologies for the boiler chatting away, because it is cold here today, so you know, I wanted to be nice and snuggly in my teeny tiny little room. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to do a nice little flick of hair. Obviously been using lots of gel. Cool. Right, and this mane comes all the way down here, so let's be really awful to watch, and let's draw at a really strange angle. Apologies, I'm sure that triggers people, because it really would annoy me actually if the artist was doing that sort of stuff. But it's the easiest way to sort of draw certain angles for me. So yeah, I guess that's another thing actually. Find the angles that you're really comfortable with and stick to them. Because I know that if I'm drawing multiple things, I want to draw downwards rather than to side, you know, because it causes less hand problems and cramps and all that stuff. Mind you, that might just be an old person problem, like myself. But yeah, it's good to find that nice angle that you can draw. God, what am I talking about? Absolute faff as usual. Right, cool. And I don't want to do as much hair as I actually planned, because I think it's going to be too much and it's going to messy the drawing even more. So we need the other horn here. Yeah, actually I'll stick to what I've drawn there. It's almost what I want. So draw it like almost like a little piece of wood, this one. And because it's in the background, we don't want to add too much to it. We just want to have almost as a almost like a silhouette, because I'll grayscale this afterwards, and then hopefully that will make it a little bit more clear as to what I'm drawing, because there is a lot going on, isn't there? I'm very aware. So yeah, if anyone's watching going, what the hell is it? Especially if you've skipped to this point in the video, hello, welcome back. Yeah, it's going to be quite tricky to actually see what's happening. And if anyone's curious, I have had 4 coffees today, so that's probably why I'm talking a million miles an hour. And I'm also somewhat losing my voice, so it's a good start to a video. Maybe I wasn't ready to come back to videos. Alright, there we go, lovely. Cool, that's looking all, oh, that's so creepy. Ugh. Ugh. Right, so I was thinking we'll do like some sort of like ripped scarf thing here, and we'll just do a couple of creases so it kind of has a bit more life to it than just one simple piece of cloth. And actually we'll do some stress lines here, because, you know, obviously where the witch's hand is sort of holding and gripping this little effigy, this little homemade talisman thing, you know, I wanted to show that there's, you know, a strong grip. Yeah, cool. And that will come down there, and then, yeah, okay, let's not worry about it too much. Let's just get the lines on there, get rid of all this negative space, because we don't need negative space. Let's get rid of it all. I'm really sorry for the people that are watching and going, actually negative space is really useful. It is, but I don't want it. I don't want it. Cool. Right, we need to do lots of little bones now, because she is a bit of a bone collector. And yeah. Cool. Nice. And we do it like a little necklace bit here, that's kind of coming through the bone. We do the other side as well, and then we'll have another bone that's kind of lifted off there, and we have kind of almost like shards of it, so it kind of looks old, and it's been used for maybe a dagger at some point, or some sort of weapon or other thing, who knows. I'm not going to worry too much about the lore of what the characters' talismans are, effigies. We'll just draw them. There we go. Cool. There we go. Yeah, so I hope this video finds you all really well, and you're on a good weekend or weekday or whenever you watch this. And thank you for tuning in. Right, and do another couple of little bones here. I'm not sure what sort of bones they'll be. I'll leave that up to the viewer to imagine what she's been collecting to create these effigies. And then back here, I could do more bones, but I feel like, I don't know. You know what? Let's just go off on our own little thing. We'll do a couple of little bits of fur. Maybe that would be nice actually to have this continuity. And we're throwing a little plait here, like so, and have that plait sort of being pulled in from all these different parts of the characters, like fur-like stuff. Fur-like stuff? It's not quite fur, it's fur-like. It reminds me of Utterly Butterly. Right, and then do the rest of the hair here, all fur-like, and yeah, that's looking all right. How we doing? 14 minutes. We got this. We can do this. I reckon this is half an hour's work. We can do it. Right. So, does it need anything else there? No, I quite like that protruding bit. It's quite cool. But I'm going to throw a couple of little bits here. Right. Nice and sketchy, and that will do. Right, it's going to be like a teddy bear-like thing, but I quite like the idea of having almost like a wing. So let's do that. So we'll just do a few little chunky wings on the top, just to kind of give that impression of a wing. We don't need to over detail this because it is, at the end of the day, very small little asset in this image. And we don't want to take it too much away from the witch. She'd get jealous. So there we go, and then we'll keep that continuity of that sort of fur-like stuff, even in the wing itself. And then we'll do a wing like there. So I like the idea of having all different shaped wings, so it just, wings? Feathers. So it kind of looks like a bit of a mishmatch. Mix match? Mismatch? Both sound really weird in my head, actually. Yeah, I find drawing like this as well always makes me want to talk quicker as well, so let's try and draw quick, but talk slow. I did have an idea about drawing a little creature from a poem book I made years ago, and I was being really, well, I was overestimating my ability to read a poem, draw, and, well, I suppose that's it really, but I was like, yeah, I can read a poem while drawing. I don't think I can, but you never know. Maybe that'll be something we do soon. It'll be a tremendous failure, but it might be fun to try it. I don't even mean in a bad way, failure. You learn more from failure. Well, I think so anyway. Right, cool. How's that looking? Ugh. Right, and then what's this? This is going to be like a garb. So let's keep it nice and rough as well. Let's not do too many straight lines, and we'll have sort of these tension lines continuing from where she's holding, just like that. And then what we're going to do, right, that's the sort of it. So let's get rid of the background. We'll just draw. We'll make it up best way, like so. Do a nice little stitch there. Again, continuity. So we've got a few little stitches on the witch, and at the end we'll have a look at the witch as well, I think, because she's been really fun to draw. And she's the third character. Hopefully I'll finish her today, actually, and then I can go on with the fourth character. There's 12 of them, so wish me luck. Take a little while, but all worth it, because it's fun. Lovely jubbly. Alright, what else can I say about drawing quick? Yeah, the quicker you draw, the image gets made quicker, and then you can see what you've created. You know? Yeah. I think that's a good thing, actually. Sometimes you just want to have the thing made, don't you? You don't want to sit on it for too long. Do we need... I was going to do roots, because this one's got roots. This one is sort of a more basic effigy. Maybe? Or did I just draw a line? I did. Whoops. Okay. Right, what can we do? We'll do roots. It feels like, and we'll do the root here. We'll come down here, leave a few little gaps, and then we'll sort of do throw in extra little bit there. I guess it's kind of like the tap root. Yeah, that's kind of creepy. Cool, and then we'll do a little root there, just hanging about, just doing its thing. And a couple of little creases, and then nice. We'll do a root that's coming from the foreground. And what can this root? Where this root's going? I don't know where this root's going. We'll have to follow it, right? I don't want it to. Oh, I could actually, you could pop out there. That's quite nice, actually. Oh, come on, tablet. You got this, buddy. I noticed that once I've done a few too many thousand little lines and little marks, the tablet starts to fight back a little bit on Procreate, which is the program I'm using on here. So hopefully we can finish this little dude before the tablet's like, no, you're done, buddy. And we're nearly there, actually, so we're going all right. Another little route that would be coming out here, I think. And then back in here, and again we'll pop them out there. That's nice. Yeah, so we're coming to an end, I think. Maybe. I don't know. And also I'll be, once all these are finished, I'll be putting them on the Patreon, so if you want to go on there and download them, please do. They'll live there for a little while. Well, I suppose as long as I have a Patreon, they'll live there. Do we need another route? Oh, that's so gross, isn't it? It's really creepy. I like it. You know what? Let's leave it there. Yeah, it's cool. Right, I'll show you the witch. So here's her little hood. Very similar to Vigo, I know. Vigo. Here's her bag. Lots of shading. And sort of just all these ripped garments and sort of like flowing down. And creepy little effigy. Creepy little foot. Big nails. She needs a pedicure. And yeah, big gnarly foot here. So the shade will sort of come back in and wrap back around, and this will be more cloth down here. And then there's the little root to Billy. What's that? Did I draw that now? Did I just do that? Oh, okay. I didn't mean to draw that line. Ignore that. Oh my. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh no. Anyway, don't worry about it. I can fix that. So we'll leave it there. Let's yeah. And I always quite like the referencing you can see, right? So let me zoom that in. So you got a full image. There we go. Job done. Thank you to everyone that comes and supports the channel. All the lovely comments, the likes. Thank you so much to my Patreons, and I hope you all have a great day. Right, time for a cup of tea. Cheers.